What is good? Today I am going to be ranking UFC fighters based on the likelihood to be champion within the next 2 years, so not too long. I think the tiers are pretty simple. Top tier, 1,000%, not 100%, 1,000%. So I'm very confident them to be champ with the right matchups, meaning, if they don't have to face a grappler, they don't have to face a really good striker, they could be champion. Could fluke his way. Literally, it could be a fluke. And then hell nah, of course, saved for fucking Charles Johnson, maybe. I love Charles Johnson. Shout out Charles Johnson. Either way, hopping right into it with the first guy, I'm going to pick Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, this might be a hot take. I think a lot of people would put him at 1,000%, but I don't think so, right? When you genuinely look at the top five of lightweight, you have Charles Oliveira, right? I don't think Armin wins a rematch. I don't think he beats Justin Gaethje. I don't think he beats Ilia Topuria. I think there's a lot of matchups at the top of one. I don't even know if he beats Mauricio Hoofi. I don't think that's a one-sided fight at all. I think Hoofi could genuinely knock him out. I think he could chin him. Not easily, but low-key kind of easily. I don't think he's a lock to win that. I mean, like, you ask, I feel like most people, who's going to be champ at 155 within the past 2 years? Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, that was the number one thing everyone's Umar Nurmagomedov. And he had his title shot, literally pulled out. Now he's fighting Hoofi. I don't even know if he wins that, bro. Like, so I don't think it's 1,000%. I think with the right matchups, like, if Max Holloway somehow beats Justin Gaethje for the belt, I think he'd beat Max Holloway. But, like, if Charles has a belt, if Ilia has a belt, if Gaethje has a belt, I don't think he's beating him. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't think so. Low-key, Max Holloway could fluke his way. Because I think Max Holloway, like, at this point in his career, he's kind of washed. Right? Like, you beat the ghost of Conor McGregor. Before that, you kind of got molested by Charles Oliveira. What else you doing, bro? You beat the ghost of Dustin Poirier in a competitive fight. Okay, you chinned Justin Gaethje last minute or last second, I should say. Like, clearly his wrestling got exposed so badly versus Charles Oliveira. Now it's like you got to question, like, does he really? I don't think he has. He's older now. I think he's kind of chinny now almost. Not chinny, but he's low-key kind of chinny now. He's getting rocked by Charles Oliveira. He goes and fights Gaethje again. I don't know if he wins that. He obviously doesn't beat Ilia Topuria. Doesn't beat Charles Oliveira. I think Armin probably smashes his head in. I mean, those are the top. I think Hoofi probably smashes his head in. Paulo Costa in with the right match. Yo, listen. If Magomed Ankalaev had the belt right now, I would genuinely say like 1,000% for Paulo Costa. Because, first of all, southpaw, like, Paulo Costa. Who's blowing on my phone, bro? Chill. Paulo Costa genuinely chins any southpaw easily. I mean, he's just a nightmare with the body kicks, bro. He's a nightmare. He cannot physically lose to a southpaw. Carlos Ulberg, maybe a little bit different story. I don't know. But, like, if Ankalaev was a champ, I genuinely, like, Paulo Costa would be a lock to be champ, bro. Ethan Ewing will genuinely be 1,000% be champ at 135. I mean, I know I think I'm with everyone else glazing him probably a little too early, and he could low-key get chinned by, like Payne Talbot or something, but I don't think they're making that fight. And, bro, his takedown defense is bananas. His volume, he's low-key got power. The volume and power. The cardio. Shit's insane. It's nuts, bro. He's not tiny for 135. I mean, bro, like, if he would have fought, what was it, Fareed Basharat, bro, he would have, like, we saw what Mowgli fucking did to him. Ewing would have genuinely chinned him in, bro, less than a round, bro. He would have chinned him so quickly. And we're saying he won't be champ. Like, the thing about this, though, like, the only thing is, like, I feel like Peter Yan needs to not be champion. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ewing could beat probably anyone else. I just don't know if he beats Yan because Yan is, like, kind of a better version of him in a way with, like, a deeper bag. But other than that, bro, he's genuinely chinning on everyone else. Like, it's not crazy to say. I know everyone else watching this video agrees with me. I know you fucking agree with me. He's going to be champion. Like, who genuinely beats him, bro? Peter Yan, that's it. Quillin and Max Holloway, another, bro. 2 years? You tell me, who does that to Mateusz Gamrot, bro? Like, I know I picked Quillin and Max Holloway. I ended up picking Quillin and Max Holloway going that fight. I kind of flipped and I ended up picking him. But yes, Charles did that to him, but who else? Who else does that to him? We've never seen, like, not only did he drop Mateusz Gamrot, we've seen that before, but then he, like, takes his back and submits him in one round. Like, that's genuinely unheard of besides Charles Oliveira doing it in his home country in 2 rounds. Like, it's so impressive. And now I need to see, like, Quillin versus Max Holloway. But low-key, Max is kind of a bitch now. I feel like, the thing that I think me and everyone else always liked about Max Holloway was, like, he was always hungry. He would fight anyone. Like, it was not like he didn't feel he was deserving for things without earning it. But now he's kind of, how do I say? He's, like, needy now. He's like, I want the title shot, bro. You don't fucking deserve a title. You didn't even beat Conor. He genuinely just got hurt. You got smoked by Charles Oliveira. You got knocked out by Ilya Tapturo within the past 2 years. You beat Gaethje like 2 years ago now, over 2 years ago. You don't deserve a title shot, bro. Relax. Walter Walker, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Walter Walker. As sick as it would be for him to be champion, he's not. He's not gonna be champion. As sick as it would be, bro. Think about you put Cyril Gane and Walter Walker in there for a title shot. Like, say Cyril Gane beats Tom Aspinall on the rematch. Walter Walker goes out there and, like, heel hooks fucking Alexander Volkov or some shit, right? And then he gets the title shot against Cyril Gane and genuinely heel hook. That would be, like, absolute cinema. With his personality, bro, as champion in the heavyweight division, just genuinely rolling for legs every fucking fight would be cinema. But I just don't see it. I don't think you would actually fight a non-semi-blob and do that. You know what I mean? Like, he's low-key just been beating I don't think his last win is bad. Like, it's not a bad win. Thomas Peters is not a bad win at all. But, like, I just genuinely, I don't think, you can't do that against Cyril Gane. You're not going to do that against Josh Hoke. You're not doing that against Cyril Gane or Tom Aspinall. It's not happening, bro. It's just, it's too gimmicky, bro. Gene Silva, I feel like he could be in the 1,000%, but I'm going to put him in with the right matchups because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will say that Diego Lopez fight was like a fluke, but I don't think so, right? Look at round one. You can't tell me round one's a fluke. He beat the shit out of him. Maybe next time he doesn't spinning back elbow KO Jean Silva, Diego Lopez, but maybe he just knocks him out anyways. Maybe he just chins him. But the chin diff is crazy. And then Movsar Evloev, does he beat Movsar? Maybe. I would hope so. Does he beat Volk? Bro, like, that's the thing about it. Everyone is saying, like, Diego's got the power to beat Volk. He's got the knockout power, but then he didn't even chin him in 2 fights because Volk is not chinny. What is this, like, there's this, like, thing people going around people's head that Volk is he's not chinny, bro. And so I don't think Jean Silva would chin him. I think Volk would just work a masterclass on him, you know? I fully believe Naval Sterling. After watching what he did to Jan Blachowicz, yes, I understand Jan is, like, literally 80 years old. And he has no shoulders and knees and legs, bro. He's literally he's just there. But also, what we saw Carlos Oberg literally fought him like a year ago and went to like a split decision with him and actually probably robbed Jan. And then Naval Sterling genuinely flatlines him in 1 round. And you're telling me that Naval Sterling can't be... No. Naval Sterling, I would pick him against Carlos Oberg right now. I would pick him against Carlos Oberg. Honestly, I don't think there's many guys I would not pick Navajo against at 205, sorry, right now. I don't think there's many. I don't. I think he's genuinely that nice. And he's got the size, he's got the reach, he's got the power, the cardio. He's genuinely nice. He's got one of the nice things about Naval Sterling, he's genuinely patient as fuck. Like, you don't see many guys that are, like, on the come up that do have knockout power, that are really good, that also are patient. They're not just going to throw themselves in there. Like, you know? I'm going to put Umar Nurmagomedov in 1,000%, right? Because hear me out. Yes, I understand he lost to Merab, and Merab's still around. And he maybe would lose to Peter Yan. I don't know. I'm low-key going to glaze Umar this week because I want to see him versus Peter Yan. I think that's kind of a banger fight. And he fights this week. And I picked him, so I'm going to push the propaganda. But Umar, like, you're telling me within 2 years he can't become champion. I'm not even saying he necessarily wins the belt on his next shot. Like, you say he fights Peter Yan. I'm not even saying he necessarily wins. 2 years, bro. He's only like 28, right? Am I tripping? I think he's like young as hell, right? And so I think he's only getting better. I think his striking's elite, his grappling's elite. I think he's gonna get more experience in these 5-round fights. Within 2 years, like maybe said within a year, it kind of be iffy. 2 years, I'm 1,000% sure he becomes champ. Like, yo, come back to this video 2 years from now, like August 23rd, 2028, and these guys would have be a champ by then. You know what I mean? Josh Hoke, low-key could fluke his way. That's about it. I would not pick Josh Hokett versus Cyril Gane. I wouldn't pick him versus Tom Aspinall. I wouldn't pick him low-key maybe against Pereira. I don't know. But he could fluke his way. That's about it. Yo, he literally has a fucking Niners jersey on, bro. That shit's banging. Why do we not have him? ESPN doesn't have him without his shirt up. Pause. Oh, shit. Pause. Josh Hokett, like, he's kind of nice. Yo, beating Curtis Blades. I understand, like, Curtis is kind of old now, but beating Curtis Blades is not even easy. You know what I mean? It's not even easy. And I don't want, yeah, like, and then Derek Lewis can genuinely fluke people. And so I need to see him against, like, I don't know, Alexander Volkov or, well, Sergey Spivak just lost and he's fucking trash. But, like, someone against one of these top 5 guys besides Curtis Blades. But I think he's genuinely kind of nice and I think he could fluke his way. Like, I don't think he beat Cyril Gane, but maybe somehow he could beat Tom Aspinall or, like, Pereira or something. But I think Cyril Gane's, like, a nightmare matchup. That's literally it. I got low-key a niche one, bro. I mean, to an extent. Jose Ochoa, bro. I think Jose Ochoa could be champion. Because he's, the power in his hands, the volume, the pace, the card. Everyone was picking him against Charles Johnson for a reason, bro. CJ's not even bad. I fuck with CJ. Like, real ones like Charles Johnson. I would pick Jose Ochoa's a lock against Charles Johnson. He's a lock. He's genuinely chinning. I hope they rebook that because I think Charles Johnson, I don't know, maybe he deserves to fight up a little bit, but I also think that would be a banging fight. And I think it's beneficial for both of them, if that makes sense. Like, Charles Johnson could genuinely flatline another elite prospect, and Jose Ochoa has an opportunity. Like, Charles Johnson's genuinely kind of a big name in the flyweight division, and if Jose Ochoa chins him, that just helps him out so much. So I think Jose Ochoa, like, because he's, like, literally that new breed of, like, boxer in these lower weight classes. He's Ethan Ewing, Joshua Van, Peyton Talbot, like, this type of shit, bro. He's literally him. All right? Mike Malot, I'm sorry, bro. Like, Mike's a cool dude and all, but you're not becoming champion at welterweight and you're a 36-year-old prospect from Canada, bro. You're not becoming champion. Let's be real. He's not becoming. I'm sorry. He's cool. He's pretty good. Like, he could genuinely be, like, top 10 if he's not already. I think he could get some wins in the top 10, but he's not becoming champ. You know what I mean? We got a couple more. Carlos Protes. Clearly with the right matchups, bro. Beating JDM, not easy. Competitive with Ian Gary. Who else did he chinning Jeff Neal like that? That's just impressive. I don't know if he beats Islam Makhachev, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, the grappling diff. Like, I think if Islam struggles to take him down, he's genuinely chinning Islam's cold, right? But if Islam does get him down with those lanky legs, and Islam does get him down, he's going to sub-cross. Because we've seen people on Carlos Prates' back, right? And so it'd be difficult to say that, like, Islam does not. But say, like, Michael Morales beats Islam. I don't know if he does. Saying Michael Morales beats Islam, Carlos Prates is genuinely chinning him. Carlos Prates probably beats Ian Gary in a rematch, I think, maybe. I don't know. The power is fucking insane. The knees, the kicks, the leg kicks. Like, if he had elite takedown defense and he could never be taken down, I think he would be champ. But I don't know, because, like, JDM was taking him down, Leon Edwards, Ian Gary. So I don't know, bro. But I don't know. Yaros Amosavv, I'm going to put him in with the right matchups, right? Because I would say, like, 1,000% maybe, but I also just have not seen enough from him in the UFC. Like, beating Neil Magny and Joel Alvarez is not bad. It was Neil Magny, right? I think so. It's not bad, but I need to see a little more. You know what I mean? I need to see him versus, I don't know, like a Sean Brady or something like that. Someone that really can give you an actual fight. You know what I mean? Especially in the grappling. But, like, okay, he's nice as fuck. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos of him grappling with Hamzat Chimaev. Look, he was low-key winning the grappling exchanges in practice with Chimaev. I think it was, like, in Thailand or some shit. He was genuinely winning the grappling exchange. So, I don't know. His wrestling is nice as hell. He's got pretty decent I think he could be champ. Bo Nickel could genuinely fluke his way, bro. Like at 185, I don't want to say it's a weak weight class right now because I don't think I'd pick him versus DDP. I wouldn't pick him against Strickland. I don't think I'd pick him against Chimaev. I don't think I'd pick him against RoboCop. Like these guys, but maybe he somehow could beat a Khamzat Chimaev or DDP or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But he could fluke his way. Like if it depends what happens in the weight class around there. And last but not least, I'm gonna put Damian Penis in with the right matchups because bro, the power. Who does that to Cesar Almeida, bro? Who genuinely does that to Cesar Almeida? Genuinely flatlines him. The power is insane. Baba Yaga, the nickname's insane. The last name's insane. Bro, look at this kid. Like, genuinely, like, YN Maxine, bro. Bro, he looks, you can't even see him right now. He genuinely looks so mean. Look at him. But he's cool as fuck. And he, like, interacts with the fans and shit. I rock with Baba Yaga. He could genuinely be champ at 170. Or, no, 185. I'm tripping. 185. He's got power. I just need to see a little more. Like, same thing with Yaros Amosavv. I need to see a little more. But, yo, I think this is a banger tier. Yo, within 2 years from now, come back to this August 23rd, 2028. And these four will be champ. I'm 1,000% sure on it. Like, I'm sure. That's the tier list. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is a fun one to make. I wanted to glaze Ethan Ewing a little bit, and Quillin and Max killed, and Naval Sterling, and even Jose Ochoa a little bit. But I appreciate you guys.